We often get asked this question in relation to the ubiquitous MBTI and the many online quizzes, so I'll revisit just a little history. Back in 1921, the Swiss psychologist, psychiatrist and medical doctor Carl Gustav Jung published his observations noting the psychological predispositions he observed in his clients and colleagues, in particular Sigmund Freud and Alfred Adler. Though scientifically trained, Jung was not intent on creating a system or a science, and indeed was ambivalent to the work of those who did. In 1923, an academic woman, Katharine Briggs, who, as an INFJ, already had an interest in the nature of psychological diversity, found Jung's book Psychological Types and immediately realised his observations resonated with her own. "This is it," she exclaimed, sharing the excitement with her daughter, also a keen observer of people and their ways. Katharine's desire to model a structured understanding of interpersonal interactions inspired her daughter Isabel, who, motivated by World War II, set about developing an indicator to discover a person's psyche-type, their innate way of being, which she intended for use to assist women in better serving the war effort. The initial MBTI was intended as an aid to more meaningful employment. Since then, the MBTI has evolved through many stages and machinations. It is still one of the most widely used, highly regarded psychometric instruments in use today. The science underpinning the MBTI and all other such indicators is psyche-type, Jung's cognitive functions arranged using Myers' model, but without relying on an indicator. There are many other theoreticians, including Kersey and Behrens, whose personality theories use the MBTI nomenclature, many with indicators designed to reveal those personalities. All are attempting to arrive at the same place despite temperament theorists insisting that their theory and associated indicator is somehow different or unique. When the temperaments are sorted and types are aligned, it is still your cognitive function array which determines what psyche-type or temperament you really are, regardless of the attractive names and exciting descriptions. Only Jung's identifiable elements, the cognitive functions, form a verifiable array which correlates with the psyche-types the Briggs and Myers indicator aims to reveal. Over the past 60 years since the first introduction of the prototype MBTI in 1942, many millions of people have benefited from this rather serendipitous chain of events. Jung's observations, Katharine Briggs' intuition, and the inspiration of Isabel Myers, whose research and systematization gives us the Myers-Briggs type indicator we know today. Psyche-type is now beneficially utilized as a tool for self-understanding, personal and professional development, interpersonal relationships, team building, marketing, education, counseling, employment, training and pedagogy, to list just a few. Since so few practitioners are able to verify true type, most remarkably the MBTI standard of assigning a label generated by the instrument, InterPersonality used the term psyche-type to differentiate methodologies and practices that use the Jungian approach of chatting with the client until both parties fully understand the cognitive functions in use, particularly those the clients have a conscious preference for. In summary, psyche-type is the science underpinning the MBTI and all other indicators.